The sun sank slowly over the savanna, painting the horizon in shades of red and gold. By the old watering hole, hidden among reeds, a young crocodile lay motionless. He was wounded and weak after a clash with an older male. His body ached, his eyes glimmered with hunger. He hadn't eaten in days, and every breath felt heavy. Suddenly, the silence was broken by a sound. From the tall grass came a pitiful whimper. The crocodile tensed, instincts flaring. He expected an antelope or perhaps a careless bird, but what emerged was a dog. Skinny, filthy, with tangled fur, she looked exhausted and lost. It was clearly a domestic dog. Her eyes darted around as if searching for a master. She staggered, barely able to keep her balance. For the crocodile, this should have been easy prey. But something stirred inside him, not bloodlust, but curiosity, and a strange urge to protect. The dog wandered too close to the edge of the bank and slipped into the mud. She flailed desperately as the dark water pulled her down. The crocodile lunged forward, but instead of sinking his jaws into her, he used his snout to push her back to shore. Trembling, the dog lay still, panting. Instead of fleeing, she curled up right there, as if trusting him. The crocodile did not understand why. His instinct screamed one thing, but his heart whispered another. He stayed close, his amber eyes fixed on her fragile frame. Night fell, and with it came the biting chill of the savanna. The dog whimpered, her body shaking in the cold. The crocodile pulled himself from the water and lay beside her, his thick body pressed close. Slowly her breathing steadied, and she fell asleep. For the first time in days, the crocodile felt something other than emptiness. At dawn he caught a fish and left it on the bank. The dog eyed it with suspicion, but hunger overcame fear. She devoured the fish as he watched. From that moment, their bond began. Each day, the crocodile hunted, and each day the dog barked to drive away threats lurking in the dark. Their life at the watering hole became a balance. By day, the dog sheltered in the reeds while the crocodile patrolled the waters. By night, they slept side by side, a fragile piece in a land ruled by violence. Two enemies by nature, yet bound by survival. Wordless whispers spread through the savanna. Jackals avoided the watering hole, deterred by the scent of dog and the shadow of the crocodile. Birds took flight at the sound of her bark. This place had become a strange island of safety, forged by the unlikeliest of alliances. But peace in the wild is always fragile. One night, a pack of hyenas approached. Their laughter echoed, hungry and cruel. The dog barked furiously, her voice sharp in the darkness. The crocodile burst from the water, jaws snapping. The hyenas recoiled. Together, they defended their refuge. After that night, the dog's fear seemed to vanish. She no longer flinched when he moved closer. One evening, she even licked his scarred snout. The crocodile's gaze was as cold as ever, but deep within he knew, her life was now tied to his. Weeks passed. The dog grew stronger, her coat regained its shine, and her eyes sparkled with energy. She chased birds along the bank, always circling back to him. He had become her guardian, and she, in her way, his only companion. Then one day, a familiar sound cut through the air, barking in the distance. The dog froze, ears pricked. From the grass emerged people, herders, calling out. Her heart raced. She bounded toward them but stopped, glancing back at the crocodile. The men shouted with joy, rushing to embrace her. But soon their eyes caught the crocodile by the water's edge. He lay still, unthreatening, yet watchful. Spears were raised. The dog barked sharply, planting herself between them and him. A tense silence fell. No one dared move. Then, to everyone's astonishment, the dog turned to the crocodile and barked softly, as if to say thank you. Then she returned to the humans. The crocodile remained. He watched as they led her away, her form shrinking into the tall grass until she vanished. The quiet that followed was heavier than before. The bank felt empty, hollow. Days went by. The crocodile hunted again, lived as before. But each night he crept to the shore, staring into the distance. He knew she would not return. Still, some part of him refused to accept it. Then one evening, lions appeared at the watering hole. The crocodile tensed, ready for battle. But among them he spotted a figure running ahead. The dog. She barked joyfully, as if no time had passed. Their eyes met across the bank. She wagged her tail and barked again. The crocodile lifted his head, and though he did not move, the bond between them was undeniable. For a moment, predator and prey no longer mattered. The herders held her by a rope, yet they did not stop her. They saw she felt no fear of the beast, and that in itself silenced their doubts. None dared break the strange connection unfolding before them. The dog barked one last time before turning back to her people. The crocodile slid into the water, his great form vanishing beneath the surface. Only ripples remained, circles widening like echoes of their story. From then on, each evening he returned to the bank. He no longer expected to see her, but still he waited. Because once, for a brief time, he had chosen compassion over hunger, and that choice had changed him. The savanna went on as always. Predators hunted, herds roamed, waters rose and fell. Yet in the crocodile's memory lived the dog, the creature who had turned enemy into friend. He knew he would never be the same. Among people, whispers spread of a strange friendship at the old watering hole. Some laughed, others dismissed it. But those who had seen it with their own eyes knew it was real. In the heart of a predator had flickered a light stronger than instinct. And so, when the sun bathed the savanna in gold, the crocodile still lingered by the shore. He knew miracles appear where no one expects them. Even between a crocodile and a dog, in a world ruled by survival, friendship can bloom and last forever. Seasons changed, and rains returned, flooding the banks where they had once lain side by side. The crocodile, older and stronger now, still carried the memory of the little dog. Whenever birds circled above or hyenas prowled too close, he thought of her bark, sharp, fearless, alive. And though their paths had parted, the bond endured like a hidden current beneath the river's surface. Perhaps one day she would return, or perhaps not. But the crocodile knew the truth. Even in a world of predators, one moment of kindness could echo forever, like ripples across the water at sunset.